going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about this Gerber GDC money clip. Now, Gerber claims it's slim and portable and can hold up to 5 credit cards in this clip. The tool also contains a discreet 1.75 inch fine edge blade, and they claim it's easy to store in your pocket and it's simple to deploy. This tool is seamlessly integrated into daily tasks. But now my question is this worth your money? And does it live up to that task? So let's take a quick look at it and we'll discuss my opinions of whether this is worth your time or money. Alright, so features. They claim that this can hold 5 credit cards. It has a 1 3/4 inch blade with a finger slot with a serrated thumb rest. Now, I don't know if I would call it that, because when it comes to holding this, it's not the most user-friendly knife, but given for what its purpose is basically like a concealed blade, I can see why those functions work. Now, they claim it's rust-proof and it's titanium-coated steel body, and it has a G10 textured front plate made out of anodized aluminum with like these green metal accents. They claim they have a lifetime warranty. The total length is 3.6 inches, and then it has a weight of 2.9 ounces. Now on Amazon you can pick this up for I think like 31 bucks. Now I guess the question is this really worth the money? Now, I carried this around for like a month at work, and then I carried it for 2 weeks while my wife and I were traveling internationally. We were traveling around Southeast Asia, and like for example, I was in Vietnam and I carried it basically where I just stuck all of the cash kind of in the pocket clip like this, and I just shoved this in my pocket. And it was kind of one of those, it's nice because no matter where I was in the world, I still had just a little tiny knife on me. Because I'm very paranoid, I like to at least have something, right? And it did come in handy once or twice to, cut menial little things. But it's concealable, and I checked it in my bag, and I went to like 5 different countries, and I didn't have a single issue, which is a good thing. So, in my opinion, the philosophy that this thing could be used is for traveling internationally, honestly, because let's be honest, outside of the United States, weapons laws anywhere else in the country are pretty miserable. Like, for example, I went to Japan with this, and I managed to walk around with this in one of like the strictest weapon lawed countries ever, and I never had an issue. So, in my opinion, yeah, if you want to use this for like a money clip, and that like it's very, innocuous, no one's really going to notice that there's a concealed weapon. But if and when you need it, there's a spring tension button right here, and as you press down, your little knife comes out. Now, I will say this knife is not very sharp. I've barely used it. It is still basically out of the box sharp, and it really can't cut much. Like, here's a little piece of post-it note, and I can't rough cuts. Like, if you want to actually get some use out of this, you're going to have to sharpen it. I'm just going to give you guys that warning now. These knives are not coming out of the box razor sharp. They're sharpened probably just enough to say it's a knife, and that's about it. My other criticism is the little tension button right here. If you stack too much here in your clip, you're not going to be able to deploy this properly. So when you have nothing in, you can see how you defeat the tension mechanism. But if you stack this with enough bills, like for example, here's like a stack of ones, stack of this, here's some like Cambodian money, right? And we, come on, shove it all in there. It probably exceeds the 10 cards anyways, but if you need to deploy it, I actually had to try to get it out. So if you ever needed it in some sort of, I would argue, stressful situation, you're going to be finding yourself struggling to pull it out. So, in closing, all I'm going to say is for 31 bucks, it's really hard to kind of justify, but I do understand the need for this product. If given the chance, would I buy it again? Honestly, probably not. except for if I was doing that international travel. Next time I do travel international, I'm going to be carrying this because it's just that nice little peace of mind of no matter where I go, I at least have a blade on me, and just it's a nice little way to carry all the bills of whatever country you're in, and those people aren't the wiser. So I'll leave a link for this thing in the description down below if you guys do want to check it out or get your own. If you have any questions or comments or what your opinions of this Gerber GDC is, like drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Next video is going to be a little bit longer, and I'm going to go in depth on some military rifle procurement stuff. So stick around. Thanks guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.